Thank you for joining me and welcome to this yoga flow to release tension and tightness from your lower body. We'll begin in child's pose today. Take your knees as wide as it feels comfortable, reach your fingertips forward and relax your forehead down. Start to breathe a little deeper here as you bring your awareness into your body, into the moment, letting go of any thoughts of your day so far. This time is just for you. Take deep breaths in through your nose and long, slow exhales out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to lift your head and shoulders, walk your hands over to the right. Exhale, press your left hip down towards the mat. Inhale, lift, walk your hands through center and over to the left. Exhale, feel that stretch through your right side, right hip towards the ground. Inhale to center and lift up to your tabletop position on hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide, and as you inhale, arch your back, lift your gaze. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Inhale, arch, tailbone lifts as you roll your shoulders back. Exhale, round, tailbone tucked under. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Return to your neutral spine and we'll take some hip circles on the right leg. So start to draw circles in the air with your right knee, really opening up through that hip joint. We'll take one more. Then extend your right leg back behind you, flex the foot, press away through that heel. When you're ready, reach your left fingertips forward, find your bird dog, breathing here. Begin to bend your right knee and reach back with your left fingertips towards that foot. If you take hold of the foot, press it into your hand, use those right glutes to lift the leg a little higher. If you don't have hold of the foot, keep drawing that right heel in towards your glutes. Reach back with those fingertips and take one more inhale. Exhale, gently release. And set your left hand down. Keep your right toes tucked but release them to the mat. And start to shift forward and back, taking little pulses as you stretch through your right calf. Draw that right knee back to center and take those hip circles on the left leg. Drawing circles in the air with your knee. See if you can keep the rest of your body nice and still here, engaging the core a little. Take one more and extend that left leg back behind you, press away through the heel. Right fingertips reach forward, find your breath to find your balance here. Keep lengthening out. Then bend into your left knee, right fingertips reach back. Maybe you take hold or maybe not. If you do, foot presses into your hand. Let that right shoulder open as you lift the leg a little higher. One more inhale. Exhale, gently release. Plant your right hand. Keep your leg extended, touch the toes down, and press gently back and forth, releasing through your left calf this time. Bring that left knee back to center, tuck your toes and lift into your downward facing dog. Lift your hips high as you start to walk it out on the spot, pedaling your legs and easing into your hamstrings, the whole back of your body. On your next inhale, lift your heels high, bend your knees deeply. Then as you exhale, extend your legs, press your heels towards the mat. Inhale, deep bend, lengthen through your spine, chest towards thighs, and exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press, keeping that length through your spine. And again, move with your breath. Exhale, extend. Don't worry about how straight the legs are or how low the heels are, but hold that extension here. And on your next inhale, sweep your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee in towards your chest, step the foot down. Release your back knee, option to untuck the toes. You might bring your hands to the top of your front thigh, or if it feels okay, extend your arms upwards, maybe interlacing your fingers and leaving your index fingers pointing upwards. Start to take a pulse forward and backward with your hips here, easing into the front of your left hip. And you can use this time to choose how deeply you want to go into your lunge, holding when you feel ready. Option to take a little back bend as you lift your chest up towards the sky, press your hands back behind you, maybe lifting your gaze. Then return to center, release your left hand to the mat, right hand to the top of your right thigh. Walk your right foot over towards the right edge of your mat, turn the toes outward. And press gently onto your right thigh, encouraging that hip to open. Think of releasing your left hip down towards the mat here, as you feel that opening through your right hip. Option to bring your upper body back to center and release onto your forearms if that feels good, or you can stay on the hands. So either taking a twist or keeping it in the center here. Keep allowing that right knee to open out to the side. Find that beautiful deep breath. If you're on forearms, start to walk back up to your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift up that knee, and step it back to your three-legged dog before releasing your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, shift forward, step the foot through. Low lunge, maybe hands to thigh, maybe fingertips reach up towards the sky, perhaps interlacing your fingers. Start to take that pulse forward and back with the hips. It does take a little bit of balance work, finding some movement in this position, so we're building strength in the hips at the same time as we're opening through those right hip flexors. When you feel ready, pause with your hips forward, feeling that stretch. Maybe take a back bend here. Option to lift your gaze. Deep breaths in and out. Release your right hand to the mat, left hand to your left thigh. Walk that left foot over to the edge of your mat and let the knee open out to the side. You can use a gentle press from your hand onto that thigh as you release your right hip down towards the mat. And if you're feeling a lot of tightness here in the back of that left hip, really visualize any tension melting away. If you'd prefer to take that alternate option, bring your upper body back to center, maybe come down onto forearms. Send your breath to wherever you're feeling it most. Give those muscles permission to release. Start to make your way back to center. Tuck your back toes, lift up that knee, and this time step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Toes turned out, and sink your hips low for Malasana, Yogi squat. Take an inhale here. Then as you exhale, release your fingertips to the mat. Turn your toes forward as you lift your hips, extend your legs, forward fold. Inhale, turn your toes out, sink your hips down, Malasana. You can keep the hands down or bring them to heart center. Exhale, legs extend, release the crown of your head towards the mat, forward fold. Inhale, find your yogi squat. Exhale, fold, head is heavy. Inhale to sink down into Malasana, and we'll hold it here. You can adjust the feet if that feels better. Think about lifting your chest forward, lengthen through your spine as much as you can. Option to release your right hand down to the mat, lift your left arm up, lifting your chest towards the sky for a twist. One full breath here. And bring hands back to center. Left hand to the mat, right arm reaches up, fingertips high. Deep inhale. And exhale, return to center. Release your fingertips down. Lift your hips, find that forward fold one more time, toes facing forward. Really let your upper body relax here. And take your first two fingers around your big toes. Let your elbows open towards the sides and use the strength of your arms to lift your chest closer towards your thighs. Active in the upper body here as you deepen that stretch through the back of your legs. You can keep a bend in the knees if that feels best. Try to lean your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale, lift your head, extend your arms, release your hands, plant them to the mat, and exhale, step one foot, then the other back to your high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, option to lower the knees. Inhale, open to your cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Feel free to give your hips a little swish side to side here. When you're ready, gently release your knees to the mat, a little wider than your hips. And sit your hips down between your feet. We come to our hero pose. Feel free to sit up onto something here, a block or a cushion. It can also help to lift your hips. Use your hands to move your calves out to the side and give your hips a little bit more room. If you have any pain in your knees, definitely raise your hips up. If you're feeling this a lot through the tops of your ankles, then place a blanket or a folded towel underneath your shins. You might stay here with hands at heart center, If you wish to go deeper, you could bring your hands behind your hips. Option to release down onto your elbows. And here you can keep your chin tucked, or you might like to release your head back. And if you want to go deeper, you might choose to release all the way down onto your back. Arms can rest by your sides, maybe hands to your belly. Or you could reach your arms up overhead, taking hold of opposite elbows. This is a deep stretch, so find a version that feels right for your body today. Find that beautiful deep breath and let it allow you to sink a little deeper into this posture. We'll slowly start to release. If you're lying on your back, lift gently back up to your elbows, then to your hands. Lift upright, bring your hands down in front of your knees, and take your time to come through to a seated position. Reach your legs out in front, flex your feet. As you inhale, reach your arms up above your head, and exhale, fold over your legs. Resting your hands wherever it feels comfortable, maybe your shins, ankles, feet. Don't worry about how far they go. Simply think about releasing and relaxing into this posture. Maybe take a soft bend in your knees if that feels best. Each time you breathe out, imagine a little more tension melting away from your body. And as you breathe here and your muscles release, you'll find that you can go a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, gently lift up to seated. Make sure you have enough space behind you to lie down. Bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and roll your body down all the way onto your back. With your feet planted hips width apart, cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, flex your right foot, and draw your left knee in towards your chest. You might choose to hold around the back of your left thigh, maybe the shin, and the more you draw your legs in towards the body, the deeper you'll feel that stretch for your right glutes. Take deep inhales and slow exhales. Gently release, and we'll switch sides. Left ankle crosses over your right thigh, flex the foot. When you're ready, draw your right knee in towards your chest, maybe taking hold or maybe not. Each time you breathe out, maybe you draw your legs a little bit closer to your body. Let your head rest heavy on the mat. Enjoying this release for the back of your left hip. Slowly release. Plant both feet down to the mat. Then draw both knees in towards your chest. Take them a little wider apart. Keeping your knees bent, lift the soles of your feet towards the sky, happy baby. Maybe taking hold around your ankles or the outsides of your feet. You might choose to take a sway side to side here. Or maybe finding stillness in the center. Allow your knees to release down towards the mat. Then gently release. Plant your feet, reach your arms out to the sides, and begin to drop your knees from side to side. Moving slowly as you feel that release for your lower spine. Bring your knees to center and take the soles of your feet together as you allow your knees to open out to the side for your reclined butterfly. Hands might rest on your belly, on your thighs, or perhaps out to the sides. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you could extend your legs and take traditional Shavasana. Whatever you choose, let your breath return to its natural pace. Feel your body become heavy as your muscles relax. And allow yourself to rest here in stillness. This is your time to relax. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you like, but if you're ready to close out your practice with me, gently draw your knees back to center. Reach your arms above your head and carefully roll over to one side. Taking a moment here in stillness before lifting up to seated. Meet me in a comfortable seated position, and as you inhale, reach your arms up above your head. Exhale, bring your palms together and draw your hands and all that good energy down to your heart. Giving thanks for your practice, and thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you'd like to release through your upper body, I recommend this 12-minute tension melt. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.